Stranger Things is scientifically real, not the monster stuff, although who knows. But what it reveals about PTSD. If you thought the PTSD is only something veterans get, you're wrong. And Stranger Things shows us that. Spoilers ahead. 1. After seeing her brother die, Max tells the school counselor that she is experiencing nightmares and flashbacks.
Nightmares?
In fact, we see Will and Elle experience them too. These are symptoms of PTSD. But according to experts, such vivid flashbacks don't happen very often. Movies and shows use them to easily, some would say lazily, show that characters have the illness. But this is harmful in representing PTSD to the public. Actual flashback is more complex. It's something you may not even notice you're having. Flashbacks emotionally take you back to the traumatic event. You don't just remember, you feel like you are reliving them. It can be noticing sounds, smells, tastes connected to the trauma, and feeling physical sensations from the event. In the show, we see Will experience it on his neck. You can also re-experience emotions felt during the trauma, even if you're in a situation that only feels mildly similar to the event. And you might not even realize you're having a flashback. Arguments, for example, can bring out these negative emotions. We see this between Elle and her adopted father Hopper in season 2, when her implicit trauma makes her feel trapped in the house like she did at the lab.
You are like Papa! I hate
2.
you!
We also see Will, Elle, Max, and especially Billy have bursts of anger in situations that don't always call for it. This is a more implicit symptom, which leads to perceiving threats that aren't necessarily real.
He causing you trouble?
Why do you care?
Hey! This is serious shit, okay? I'm older than you.
Anger is usually a survival response with PTSD, and this heightened arousal and vigilance makes it hard for family and friends to help. But it is important to mention that the entertainment industry does tend to overplay this symptom, to the point where it can become a personality trait instead of random occurrences.
Oh, shit! Yeah, that was a close one, huh?
This can give a harmful image to the mental illness. Another symptom of PTSD, according to the DSM, is overwhelming guilt. We see this with Max in the latest season, as she blames herself for her brother's death, especially when she visits Billy's grave to apologize to him for not doing more.
I play that moment back in my head all the time. I'm so sorry, Billy.
Even though she wasn't to blame for his death in any way. And when Vecna, the monster in season 4, takes over Max's mind in the graveyard scene, which really shows how PTSD can be a battle against one's own thoughts, making them feel alone and unseen. This all-consuming feeling, according to the DSM, causes detachedness from family and friends, and difficulty in maintaining close relationships. According to Dr. Rachel Yehuda, director of the Traumatic Stress Studies at the Icahn School of Medicine, scenes of Will looking fearful, depressed, and distraught resemble how PTSD sufferers often look.
I just want this to be over.
It's okay.
And in season 4, you see Max distancing herself from the rest of the group. Okay, so how does one recover? One way to recovery is untangling trauma in therapy. But this requires support, loyalty, and love from friends and family. The show highlights how important it is to see, hear, and be there for people who might not have enough love for themselves. You see this when family and friends fight for Will and Max, saving them from the upside down. And when the gang surrounds themselves around Max in her hour of need, they remind her that she does have people who care, and that no matter what monster she is facing, her loved ones are by her side. And in this especially touching moment, Lucas tells her, "I see you."
I just didn't look hard enough. But I see you now. I see you.
That's it, guys. Did we miss something? Tell us in the comments. And follow That's Why for more meaningful news videos to understand our world and act on it. Make sense, make a difference.